I recently recorded a video called Ugly Frog Tier List, where we ranked the ugliest to cutest frogs known to man. And today, I've got a lineup of the tiniest reptiles and amphibians, but I'm calling it the tiny reptile tier list. So, it's only going S to F because there's not as many, but I think I have more to share about each one. Or wait, the last one that went after. This one just doesn't have D, basically. We skip the D. You're either mediocre or you suck. There's no in between today. So let's get started. There's a new genus of animal called mini because there were 3 frogs discovered. This one is the mini mum, is the official scientific name. But then there is the miniature. It's 2 words, miniature. And then there's the minuscule. They literally named them miniature and minuscule as their scientific names, which I don't, it's like scientists are just posting with names at this point. I don't know if they ran out of names or if they're just like, you know what, it's minuscule, it's miniature, that's the name. We're not going any further in this deliberation. I respect it either way. Mini mum, I don't really know what that means, but it's really dang cute. I think of the 3, it's actually my favorite look-wise, but I don't like his name as much. So for that reason, it's only going to A, which is admittedly pretty high. Minuscule and miniature, it can join mini mum. Yeah, you know what? Mini mum is going down. If it had a better name, it would be higher. But I can base these on whatever I want. It's my video. You can make your own stupid tier list if you want to, if you disagree. And you know what? We're putting minuscule at the top for now. At S tier. How about that? They're all from Madagascar. I don't even know how these were discovered without being like stepped on first. I mean, maybe they were. It's like, what is this thing stuck to my shoe? And you check your shoe and you're like, oh my god, this is a new species. It has to be cool though, discovering not only a small species, but a species period in like the 21st century, the 2020s even. Or I think this was 2019, but I mean, because most of the world's been explored, most of the species presumably have been found, unless there's like some weird little cave with like a billion more species. It reminds me of that stupid quote, which I hate, which is like, I was born too late to explore the world, and born too early to explore the stars. As if the average person just wants to be like a pioneer. Everyone that has ever spoken that quote, myself included, would have died within like 3 minutes of getting on a boat and shipping themselves to a new continent that no one's been there before. Shut up. Stop complaining. Life is pretty good. Quit your whining. Moving on to a reptile, which is, I forgot the name, Brookesia micra, which is the smallest chameleon. It's just over 1 inch, and it's adorable. And also, it's just, I guess we're just gonna have a theme of just very tiny words in all their names, like mini and micra. And I would say it's pretty cool, but guess what? It sucks. It's going to F. We just had an A, we're going straight to F. You know why? It's because soon after, in fact, last year, the Brookesia nana was discovered. Why are we finding all these tiny little reptiles and amphibians? I don't know, but this one's even smaller at less than 1 inch. I wonder if they were saving the word nana in case they found something smaller, because they're like, oh my, like they found the micra and they're like, this is the smallest chameleon ever. Small word, micra. But then luckily they had the word nana in there, so I think this one's actually, hold on, let me look at the other one again. You know, this one is actually way cuter. Look at its eyes. It's winning me over. I actually really like this chameleon, and I feel bad. I'm sorry, chameleon, you're gonna go to B because you're still special in my book, even if you're not the nana, which, you know what, I hate the nana. All my homies hate the nana. It's going to F. It makes sense. Don't worry about it, okay? But we're going back to frogs for a minute because we have the Paedophrene Ammonius, which was discovered in 2012, which is really recent. I don't know, so many of these have been discovered really recently. It's really weird. It's 0.3 inches. And it also made the top 10 new species list of 2013, which means that apparently there were more than 10 new species found in 2012. I just didn't know how many new animals could still be getting found every single year. It didn't even make the top list despite being the tiniest frog. It just made the top 10 list. I really like this x-ray picture of it as well. I don't know, it's crazy how like things grow. Okay, hear me out. How something can grow so big but grow so small. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm talking, like, think about the skeleton of like a giraffe or an elephant. It's like pretty much the same, just really big. Look, I know I'm just saying common sense things, but it's cool, okay? And I like it, and it's going to A. It would go to S, but its name is not as cool. At least I can pronounce minuscule, and I just like saying it. Oh, also, I found this, I googled the name, and there was this song came up. It scared me. All right, anyway. So then I was thinking about the Goliath Frog again, which was in the last video because it's kind of ugly. It's I don't actually remember what I rated it, but it's the largest frog on Earth. And I tried to do some quick maths and so what I wanted to figure out for the video is how many of the frog that I can't pronounce does it take weight-wise to equal one Goliath frog. So the Goliath frog is 13 inches compared to 0.3 inches and 7.2 pounds, which makes it bigger. But that's the best I got. I can't... Okay, so 7.2 pounds is 3,265 grams. The little frog is 0.01 grams. So I'm pretty sure the math for this is 3,265 divided by 0.01, right? Because then you'd multiply that and you get how many it takes to make the big one. But the equals number is 326,000. But I don't understand how it would take 326,000 frogs that are this big to make a frog this big. Oh god, my brain's gonna explode. So if someone can please check my math, I don't know if that's right or not, but it was a thought I had, and this is what happens when I try to research. It just goes terribly. Anyway, we're now going from the micros to the virgins. Yes, that was a joke, everyone. If you didn't get it, I was making a joke about... Anyway, this is the Virgin Islands dwarf gecko, and it's the tiniest gecko. It's less than an inch, which on some blogs and websites, because, you know, I only did minor research for this. I only did micro virgin research for this, and some sites say this is the smallest reptile. Others say I don't really care. They're all pretty dang small. But it's less than an inch, and it's fine. It's kind of whatever. It's a small gecko. I don't know. It just doesn't interest me that much, so it's going to C. Then there is the Jaragua dwarf gecko, and it's the second smallest gecko, which kind of sucks. Like, imagine being so small of a gecko, but still not the smallest. You have like no bragging rights whatsoever. You're just the second smallest, but also ridiculously small, which is kind of lame. So it's F, basically, is what I'm trying to say nicely. But at least it's not a virgin. Haha, that was hilarious. I wrote down that joke, by the way. I wrote that joke down so I could tell it to you, and I told you it. We're moving on to the Speckled Cape Tortoise, which is actually bigger than like everything else on this list, but look, turtles can only be so small, I guess. Tortoises, whatever. I don't know why the only image I selected for this was them mating and screaming. I can't find a video of them, the sound, because I wanted to see how high-pitched it was, but I respect that the female is eating while doing the deed, so it's pretty epic. So there are a lot of these animals are endangered. This one is especially endangered. I don't know. It's also endangered, basically. And it's doomed because like everything kills it. Like dogs and pigs have been introduced to the area and they eat them. People, catch them, do things. Maybe they eat them. I don't think they eat them. I don't know. That'd be like one bite. But they're also kept as pets and they probably die in captivity. And there's traffic from roads and they get run over and they're losing their habitat. Like every single thing where it's like, oh, why is this animal dying? There's this reason. But for this turtle, for this animal, everything is just killing this poor animal. I think they're pretty cute. I like pretty much everything about them, even though they're not as small as the others. You know what? I'm putting it as I feel bad, and I'm sure they sound great when they make more of them by doing that. Yep. Then there is the Bog Turtle. It's actually kind of about to go extinct. Like it's even closer to extinction than the other one. But you can't really blame people for this one because they only lay 3 eggs per year per turtle. Like yellow-bellied sliders lay It varies, but say like 30 eggs a year, so that's 10 times less. They just need to up their numbers, and they'd probably literally not go extinct. That's all they have to do is just breed more. It's not that hard. Also, this one has like a radio on it. It's so big. Like, these turtles are so small that basically trying to crawl through grass is like a death wish. And then they add this, why do you think they're dying? It's because you're sticking these antennas on all of them. There's like 10 left probably, and they're like, let's track the last 10. And they stick these on, and then they all just can't move because it's too heavy. Oh, yeah, here's another. Wait, that's not even that small. This is a scam. This is the first picture I saw of them, and then I found this one. You know what? They don't even deserve to be on this list, and they don't breed enough. I hate them. They're going to F. Wow, there's a lot of Fs in this. There's more Fs than anything else. I don't know why I'm so hateful towards these tiny animals, but we've got more with the thread snake. You know what? I kind of hate this one too. It has a clickbait name. What's gonna happen? All right, so with the chameleons, you had the micra, and then you still had space for a smaller one with the nana. But if you name a snake the thread snake and it's not the size of thread, what are you gonna call the snake that actually is the size of thread that hasn't been discovered yet? It reminds me of like hoverboards. Like when hoverboards first came out, everyone was upset because, well, guess what? They don't hover. If I had like Elon Musk money, I would have sued Hoverboard for false advertising, because now when hoverboards actually come into existence, what are we gonna call them? You can't call them hoverboards because they were taken by stupid Chinese pieces of little plastic with exploding batteries that suck. What does that have to do with the thread snake? Oh yeah, I hate the thread snake is what I'm trying to say. Which means that there's more in F. There's like just as much in F as everything else combined. Wow, this is very hateful. Best of all, there's only one left, which is the oak toad. It's not that small of an animal, but apparently it's the smallest toad in America. I didn't bother Googling if it's the smallest toad, period. I guess I'll Google it now. Smallest toad. The oak toad? Wait, is this actually the smallest toad ever? It is. That's cool. Yeah, because I used to find oak toads a lot in North Carolina. I mean, I still could, I just don't look anymore. But I think it's pretty neat that I have the smallest toad in my backyard, and well, maybe you do as well, but you might not, and I do, and I get cool points for that, as does the oak toad, because they're in GoHerping's backyard, which puts them at S tier. So that's the list. There were only 12 in this one, because I wanted to say more about each one, but I actually like the assortment. We've got the we've got the mini skewel right above the miniature and minimum. We've also got them banging it out while eating a snack. We got the oak toad. Yeah, you see the list. I don't have to explain it to you. However, in the F tier, we've got the almost smallest chameleon, but that's pretty lame. And then we've got the almost smallest gecko, which is even more lame. And then we've got the turtle, which looks tiny, but yeah, of course it's tiny in this picture. It's a baby. They don't even they're actually not that tiny, which sucks. And then we've got the thread snake, which stole the name and is clickbait from whatever the actual thread snake out there is. What do you think of the list? Do you agree? Do you disagree? I don't care what. I was trying to insult my audience and my SD card filled up again. Why does this always happen? But that concludes my tiny reptile tier list. If you want me to do other tier lists, just give me some ideas in the comment section. I've been struggling to record today, but you know what? I got it done. It may not be perfect, but I told myself I could go get Dairy Queen if I made a video. So that's what I'm gonna go do. That'll be it for this video. I'm Alex, and thanks for watching. Goodbye.